Hi there, it's Steph. Thanks for popping by my channel. Today I wanted to share with you a card I made using this Lawn Fawn Stampset. We can't always buy all the latest release of stamps. I wish I could, but I can't. So I was trying to think of a way to use the stamp sets I already have in a slightly different way than the obvious way. So I've decided to do a lot of masking today, and I'm working this is Beep Boop, Beep Beep Boop or Beep Boop Boop stamp set with the little robot, and I'm basically just doing a lot of masking to try to do something slightly different. I've stamped what's normally the cord for the balloon in that stamp set, but I've straightened it once I attached it onto my acrylic block to make it look like a tray. And then I've masked my stamp and only inked the tiny hands of the robot, so the hands look like they're holding that tray. And again, I'm using this same cord for the balloon and use it to make long arms to that robot who normally has very tiny arms. And I'm using some masking paper. In between the stamping, I clean my stamp on a piece of sham, you know, that thing we use to dry the car after a wash. And that works really well to remove the ink. I'm stamping with some Memento Tuxedo black ink because it's Copic resistant, and I will do a bit of coloring after that. I've stamped another bar, so it looks like the balloon is, the robot is trying to stay balanced on, it's not rope, but it could be a piece of wood, whatever you want to call it, and he's trying to balance on his head a tray with presents. And I really like this idea, and I was thinking about maybe making the presents fall off the tray, like, oops, I did a oopsie, but I didn't think it would work with that one, so I did that with cakes, little cupcakes, and you can see that other card at the end of the video. So I keep stamping, and I've done little pieces of mask on some post-it notes, and as I stamp, I move the mask around to make it look like the bottom row of present is at the front and the other presents are at the back as I go up and up my little present pyramid. I mean, it's really basic stamping, but you just need to keep track, and you will see that I got a bit ahead of myself here, and I moved the masking paper before I actually stamped. So I will correct that just after. Then I use a Copic multiliner just to fix some of the lines which I felt were not quite full enough, because there's a lot of broken stamping, if you know what I mean. It's not straight because of the masking and stuff, but it's just little bits. I mean, the presents are, I suppose I'm just being picky. I just want it to be perfect. So I go around with my Copic multiliner, which is Copic resistant, so that's perfect, and I just fix everything. Then I place my happy birthday stamp, and I will mount it onto the acrylic block, and I will stamp it with still some Memento Tuxedo black ink. I realized that the platform for the robot was now too narrow compared to the greeting size, so I tried to stamp again, but it didn't work that well, so I decided to take a ruler and just, you know, make a straight line so it looks better. Off camera, I've stamped a little mask for the robot, and I put it on the robot, and I start ink blending. So I used tumble glass, I think, for this one, a very light blue, just adding a bit of color, fill up a bit the background so it doesn't look naked. And very simple, but it does make a difference. Once you remove the mask, it does look quite cute. I like the fact that the edges are so sharp. It would be nice to do that with some no-line coloring, but I'm not sure the outcome would be the same. So I started coloring with my set of cool grey Copic markers that I just received that same day, so I got lucky. It was very good timing. I started the card in the morning and got them at lunchtime, and you may notice that I now have a few grey dots throughout my cards, and I will come back to that afterwards. So I keep on going with my colouring, and I really like how that turned out, actually. I've seen other people do that kind of grey colouring for robots, and I really liked it, so I thought, oh, I need to give that a go. I add a little bit of shading around the presents, the robots, and the tiny gears at the bottom, and you can see now there's loads of grey dots, so when basically I open my Copic markers, there was too much ink because it's brand new and it splashed on my card, and I thought there's no way I'm losing my card because I like it too much and I spent ages stamping. So I've splattered more and I created a background out of it. I used a slightly lighter color to kind of blend the little splashes all around, and I will add a little bit of glossy accent at the end, and it kind of looks like not quite raindrops, but it builds a background, and in the end it looks quite cool. So just in case you have that same problem, don't get rid of your card, just try to fix it, and I'm glad I did because I actually really like the result. So I keep coloring. I only used 3 different shades of blue and the grey to do the shading on the side, which I will intensify a little bit after that. I've used Wink of Stella, obviously, because it needs a bit of glitter as always. I don't know why I keep mentioning it. You probably laugh when you listen to my videos. I then add some more glossy accent, and it looks quite nice. It's very it's like looking into a pool of water. No, I really like it. It's very shiny. Here, add the raindrops to the background, and it looks quite nice in the end when it's dry. I trim my card to size, and I decided to not put a background. I put it straight onto my blank card, and I think it works quite nicely. And here we go. That's my first card. The second card is coming. I hope you liked it. If so, please do give it a thumbs up, and don't hesitate to subscribe to my channel. Thanks, bye!